Hey lovies, so if you guys are Scorpio, ooh, that was Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, we're starting off with a bang, Scorpios. This is going to be your reading to see what your person or what people love about you. I'm going to get oracle cards on the top, tarot cards. I'm going to pick from this bag of traits that I have just to get more specific things that people love about you. And then this hype deck that I just created that's basically like, you're so great because blank, like whatever it is. So we're going to do that. Also, I just wanted to mention that if you feel like, what was I going to say? Oh, if you feel like you were like looking more for like a romantic partner and this is coming through as like friends or something else, feel free to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And also, if you wanted to see how your person was feeling about you, the last zodiac series that I did was about thoughts, feelings, and intentions. So feel free to check those out. But let's just get into it. What do Scorpios people love about Scorpio? One card, please. What do Scorpios? Oh. Okay. We have the White Sage. Interesting. Number 23. So just with Sage, I feel like you're very wise. And it's interesting because like with Scorpio, I was expecting it to be like this dark, mysterious thing, but there's this sort of like, I want to say a fierce purity to you. I feel as though she's crying here. So again, there's that emotional kind of intensity, but I feel like it's almost in order to cleanse and purify yourself. I feel like you're like a breath of fresh air for a lot of people. Also, I feel like you could smell really good because there's like all these flowers coming out of her head. That's just making me think that you have really good smelling hair. And you could be a blonde. You know, that like beautiful like white blonde hair. Oh, I just like, I have black hair, but I wish I could have hair like that. People could just appreciate the fact that you're very sensitive. You're not afraid to like let your emotions show, but also that you're very strong. I feel like you could cry, be the kind of person like you're in a stressful situation and like the tears are running down your face, but you just keep it moving. I'm just kind of getting that vibe. That even though you allow your emotions to flow freely, you don't necessarily allow them to like overtake you. It's almost like, you know, that like letting them out, it's like very refreshing for people. Like I said, you're a breath of fresh air. The way that you kind of like let it all hang loose, like this is me, like I'm emotional and too bad. I kind of feel like that's refreshing to a lot of people, and it's you're very authentic, like you're letting it, your real emotions like come out, and you're probably a lot more stable than people realize because you do allow yourself to like feel the things that you feel. And that helps them heal, like honestly. So let's see what else we have coming out here. You could also be a mom. You don't have to be watching this reading, or you could just have like kind of like a motherly kind of a vibe. I just feel like you're very nurturing. I feel like a lot of people lean on you and look to you for emotional support. And because you're so sensitive, like you're very willing and able to like be that kind of person for a lot of people. We have the 4th house roots. Yeah, this is like Cancer energy, that nurturing energy. That's interesting. So it's like you try to be like a very, like a source of comfort for a lot of people. Kind of similar to the Capricorn reading that I just did. So if you have any Capricorn in your chart, you might want to check that out, because I'm getting that similar vibe where you want to be like an emotional rock for people. You really care about people. You could also be into sports. That's just like reminding me of like the football. You know, when they do those lines, or like a football helmet. I don't know, something about that I was just getting about sports. So you could like football, like specifically. I don't know, I was like getting that. But wait, let's see what else. Also, you're very wise. Like I was saying with the Sage, you probably give really good advice. But it's probably the kind of advice where you you don't really give advice. You just kind of like let people talk, and you're a good listener almost. And like people can kind of figure out the problem by themselves, just like using you as a sounding board. Because it's like a judgment-free zone where they feel safe, like with this fourth house roots, like this Cancer energy, this like family, like mothering energy. Like you just almost like allow them to feel safe enough to kind of say everything that they really feel. Like people probably always tell you their deepest, darkest secrets. 11th house friends, especially your friends. We have 2 houses coming through, 4 and 11. And then the 8th house on the bottom of the deck, which is that Scorpio energy coming through. So I feel like you could just be like the best friend ever. Like, I feel like people really, you're just very comforting and warm to people. Like your friends really love you, and maybe even your mother or well, obviously your mother loves you, like hopefully. I know that's not the case with everybody, unfortunately, or they don't have their mother, or they never met their mother, or whatever it is. But I'm more so getting that you're more like the mother, but like your family and the people you grew up with and something like could have like a special place for you. All right, Leo. I do feel like, okay, Leo, honey, okay. With this 8th house here, I feel like you've had to like sacrifice a lot of things. Maybe you've like moved around a lot or had to like walk away from a lot of things, but I would say always take the high road. I feel like you're that type of a person that you're not gonna engage in any, even if something does end and things go bad, I don't feel like you're the type to act in like an vengeful manner. Like you're somebody that's gonna take the high road, do what's best for them, but not try to like hurt the other person. So that's always good. Let's see. I feel like a lot of times like something else could be that you almost like suffer in silence. I don't feel like, even though you let people lean on you so much, I don't feel like you really open up that much to other people. With that crying, it's almost reminding me of like you play through the pain, just with that football thing I was getting and the tears coming down. Like, now, I don't know if that's like a good sports analogy, but like, yeah, it's like you'll play through the pain. Like, you'll like suffer in silence, I'm almost getting, but you will like be there for other people. Hold on, let's see what else we have. Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. Okay. And, ooh, Dragonfly Spirit, truth transcends illusion, it says. So, I feel like, again, like with people, like you almost like, and then we have this leader, this stag spirit says take the lead. I feel almost like, I don't know, I'm having a tough time. I feel like you're a hard person to read for a lot of people. I think they really do appreciate you, but at the same time, I don't like the dragonfly is known for like dipping its tail in the water only. I feel like you only let people scratch the surface of you. Like you keep a lot of stuff. You could be very private with your emotions and stuff, even though you can have a lot of friends and be very social. Like the deep, deep stuff you kind of keep to yourself, like the root of your pain or whatever it is. Like you could have a lot of secrets or something, and people like, you could be almost like mysterious to people, and they wonder like how they could get to know you better or something like that. With the Panther Spirit, it says reclaim your power. You could be in a position of power at your job. You could be kind of like a go-to person there. Like you could take on like that leadership role, be really good at something like that. You also, again, I'm getting really something about helping people reclaim their own power by, and even if people are kind of under some sort of illusions about themselves or a situation, it's like you don't judge them and you don't try to like break the illusion. It's almost like you're just, it's almost like they can see the truth because they feel so comfortable like talking to you that they're not trying to like fight against you to prove a point, if that makes sense. And it helps them to like reclaim their own power, if that makes sense. Because, you know, when you try to tell somebody, oh, I'm dating this guy and blah, 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 he's great, but, you know, he doesn't have a checking account and He doesn't have a car, but, you know, he, like, is trying, like, you know, he's had this really rough time, and, like, you're telling someone else that's not, you know, you. And, like, say if, like, this is your friend, like, they're telling someone else in their life that's not you. That's what I meant to say. And their friend's like, are you effing kidding me? Like, this guy's a loser. Like, you need to, like, you know, kick him to the curb, like, blah, blah, blah. You're just like, oh, okay, like, you know, like, wow, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, because, like, the other person is saying that, you're like, no, he's not a loser. Like, I'm telling you, like, he's great. Like, you just don't even know, like, blah, 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 blah. And, like, you just go on the defense, like, because you want to, like, prove a point almost. But with you, it's like you almost, again, there's like that, you give people this safety where they can, like, just face the truth about a lot of things, because, like, they're not trying to, like, fight with you to prove a point. Like, they don't feel like they have to do that with you. And it's like they're able to kind of, like, just talk it through with you and just kind of, like, relax about the situation and almost see the truth, because they're not, like, fighting against you. I hope that, like, made sense and you're not like, what the hell are you talking about? Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. I mean, I think you're just, like, the warmest person. Like, I think you're just such a pure-hearted person. I think you're a very deep person. Obviously, you're Scorpio. There's, like, a lot of watery energy here. We also have Aquarius, but that, to me, is almost like a watery energy, just, I guess, because it's, like, the water bearer and the star. And I feel like there is, and then this says express love through gifts. I feel like you could be somebody that gives a lot of presents to people, a lot of thoughtful gifts to people. You do, like, acts of service for people. You're, like, a nurturer, you're a caretaker. Like, there's, you just, like, you do it without being asked. Like, you're very thoughtful. I would say you're very thoughtful. You'll, like, send somebody, like, say you have a friend who's, like, single, like, you'll send them roses on Valentine's Day, just, like, because, you know, like, you're like, oh, I don't want them to feel lonely or whatever, like, stuff like that. I feel like you're very thoughtful, and I'm getting a lot about your friends here. What does Scorpio's person love about them? And then we have honesty is essential. Honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. Again, like, this person's wearing a mask and this person isn't. It's almost like this person wearing a mask, like, when they're trying to offer you, like, this bullshit. Like, it's like, you're just like, oh, wow, like, that's a nice rose. Like, even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you allow people to, like, wear their masks without kind of, like, calling them out or anything. You're just, like, a nice, safe little sounding board for them to kind of face the truth about themselves. Like, I know, like, I keep repeating that, but... and then we have do something for someone, give your attention to another. I feel like you're always doing things for other people. I feel as though you're like this love warrior. I know, like, there's this fierce purity to you that is just like, you could be like a fire sign, even though, like, I know this is Scorpio, but, like, say, like, Scorpio isn't, like, your actual sign. Like, your sun sign, it's one of your, like, you know, your rising or your Venus or something. I feel like you could have a lot of fire in your chart. I don't mean it has to be your sun sign, but you could, even Scorpio is a Mars energy though. So there's, like, that fiery energy coming through, but I feel like, I feel like spirit could channel a lot of beautiful things through you. Like, they use you as, like, and even if, like, you do, I'm not saying, like, you never say anything to people, but the advice you give is, like, you know, you got to do what you got to do for you, you know, like, it's just like, don't worry about what other people, you help people, like, reclaim their own sense of power by, like, reminding them that, like, life, you have, like, this insane wisdom that is just, like, you just understand the way life works and, like, the way people work, and, like, how, like, how, like, life is like a journey and you have to just try new things. Even if you fail, it's like you allow people to have that freedom to fail, like, without judging them or something, because it's, like, so beautiful. Like, this is such a pure, nurturing, beautiful energy. Like, I love you guys. Like, I think you're amazing. All right, hold on. Let's see what else we have. What does Scorpio's peeps love about Scorpio? You're just, like, this place of, like, sanctuary. It's just, like, a spot to rest. It's like there might be, like, fighting the world, but when they come and, like, talk to you, it's like they feel so safe and, like they can finally just rest. the Hanged Man, patience and perspective. I think you have a lot of patience with people. You want to take people's burdens away. You have a beautiful heart. You see things from a lot of people's perspective. So like when people are telling you a story, like you can put yourself in their shoes and really just like you feel their pain, and it's like you would do anything to alleviate it. And I think you actually do, to demonstrate love. You're very action oriented when it comes to the people in your life. Like you do a lot, like the most that they appreciate this about you the most, that you're always just trying to be very thoughtful and show little ways that you love people. Like I feel like that's you. I also feel like because like with the praying mantis, I think of like a man, like how they like bite the head off of their mate or something. So if you have like a partner, they could just like respect you as this like fierce partner that like, not that they're afraid of, but it's coming out of this reclaim your power. So it's like you have this kind of like, you don't have to be feminine, but you have this kind of like feminine power where it's like people know not to mess with you, and like you'll bite their head off or something. And like it's like a Scorpio, like you'll sting them or something. But that praying mantis thing, it's like, oh my god, you're a man eater or a woman eater or whatever, like gender you are there, or whatever your preference is. Oh my god, look, power, that's coming through twice here. You're very powerful. And I think this is a Panther as well. So we have the Panther Spirit coming through twice. Definitely look that up. Power and perseverance. It's like, whoa, this is that dark Scorpio I was like looking for here. Like, you know, in this first card, it's like, this is you and this is you if like you get pissed off. Like, you're definitely not somebody that is afraid to speak their mind. I feel like you're not afraid. I feel like you could have a temper big time, but I think people like think it's, I mean, maybe not the people it's directed at, but other people kind of think it's funny. You would probably stick up for people and put people in their place, I feel like you would call people out. Not like your friends and family, but like if somebody's like effing with you, like you would step up and like almost like confront them about it. And we have the Ace of Acorns, or the Ace of Wands, creative force and confidence, and then Knight of Acorns. So again, there's like that fiery, well, we have 3 fire cards coming out. So it could be super creative, creative force and confidence. You could be Aries because this is a ram here. Like you could have Aries in your chart, but you don't have to. And then we have the Knight of Acorns, which is Sagittarius. So like those two could be like, also there's Pisces energy coming through with the Hanged Man. But there's a lot of water energy, like all 3 water signs, because we have the 8th house, we have the 4th house, and then the Hanged Man, so Pisces, Cancer, and then that Scorpio energy. So there's a lot of watery emotion here, but it's like water and fire. So it's like a good blend of like, almost like emotion and action. It's like that dark and light, masculine, feminine energy. I feel like you have a good blend of that. I also feel like, oh, there's just too many cards. I just need one. Let's just get one more. I want to see the whole picture here. We have the Tower, Scorpio energy. So, and then the 10 of Feathers, which is a snake. And I feel almost like you will like deal with, like you have a way of dealing with like snaky people in your life that other people appreciate. And it's almost coming through as like, maybe this is what like your enemies or something like don't appreciate about you, because you're not somebody they can like get one over on. Like you will stand up for yourself. I'm almost kind of getting a message like that. With the Tower card, it's like you'll let the tower crumble. You'll crumble it yourself. It almost looks like this chameleon, I think it is like holding a controller and is like calling, like is steering. Or like if you're playing a video game, it's like you're like you're just gonna be like, no, like, you know, goodbye. You'll X them out. I also feel like you could have a lot of drive. You could be a really hard worker. You could start a lot of projects or have a lot of really good ideas for projects, like a lot of I don't know, like you could be doing something like artistic, because with these flowers, like even just like arranging flowers or scrapbooking or I don't know, just like taking pictures of nature with these flowers and this dragonfly. There's like flowers here. There's a flower on this card. There's like a tree, but there's something about nature. Or you could just really love to like, you know, hang out outside. You could be like an outdoorsy kind of a person. But I am getting like an artistic vibe with this creative coming out under this white sage. I feel as though you are very connected to spirit in a way that you may not even be aware of. I feel like it's just such a natural part of who you are. It's just like your natural essence is spirit. Like you're very in touch with it. You could be kind of like come from a family that's like not very materially like blessed, and it's almost like been like a hard knock life for you a little bit, where you were kind of on your own a lot as a kid, maybe forced to be independent from a young age, and it just helped you to kind of what am I trying to say? Like get in touch with this, like your own higher self, like for guidance, instead of relying on like maybe parents or something like that. With this fourth house roots, that's something I didn't say, where it's almost like you've had to like rise up into that powerful role from like a young age and just depend on yourself like quite a bit. And that's why probably you're so nurturing to other people. Yeah, I feel like there wasn't maybe a great situation in the home. And even if there was, it wasn't like you could maybe talk. Maybe the way that you treat your friends and things like that, like your family was like the opposite, where they were always judging you or something like that. So it's like, you know how it feels and you want to like do the opposite and be that opposite kind of an energy for people. So what do the people love about you, Scorpios? We have authentic. Yeah, you're very pure. Like, I feel like you're just who you are. Cheerful. Like, again, I feel like you almost put on like a happy face even when you're upset. I feel like you'll play through the pain. You'll try to make other people feel better. You won't let people know that you're hurting, even if you are. Creative, that came through twice. You're very creative and artistic. I was definitely getting that. Business savvy. So we didn't have any pentacles coming out, but I think this is, if you're not in some sort of field like this, like already, like I think spirit is wanting you to know, like you could turn this into a career. I feel like you have the drive, you have the energy, you have the ideas. You just need to like maybe steer yourself in the direction of your dreams. Like somehow I feel like you're very good with money, with the business savvy coming through. You could have a lot of like financial goals for yourself, maybe because your own roots were a little bit weak growing up. It's like you almost want to put down firm roots for yourself now, and like you have plans, you have goals, like you want to like take the, like transcend the place that you came from. Humble. Yeah, humble and kind for sure. Very pure. Daredevil. Oh yeah, with this Knight of Acorns, that's something I didn't really pick up on, but like you're adventurous, you like to try new things, like you're not really scared to rock the boat. Like you're probably somebody that loves to like go on adventures and probably wants to travel. We have eccentric. So there's that like artistic, eccentric vibe. Like you're definitely your own person. I feel like you've kind of been on your own, like I was saying, like apart from the crowd or something, like probably from the time you were little, just so you could really get in touch and see things from this other perspective. And just kind of get in touch with your own soul and your higher guidance. Even if you didn't realize you were doing it, it's like you just cultivated this inner guidance system that kind of always steered you in the right direction. An old soul. Yeah, for sure. You're super wise. That sage energy, that was one of the first things that was coming through. So I love when that happens, and it kind of like confirms it further. So let's see what else other people would say about you, Scorpios. What do Scorpios people want them to know the most? You don't tolerate any disrespect, and it's fucking hot. Yeah, definitely you're a powerful like person, and you do not care. Like you will put someone in their place. Like you will not let people treat you like crap. Oh, you smell so good. Oh my God, yeah. I said that with the flowers. I felt like you smell good. So we'll put that one there, but I'm going to put the rest back because it was like 10 cards that came out. But that one flew out there. You have such a unique perspective. You do nice things just to be nice and not so other people will applaud you. And I love that you don't take any shit. That's like, I mean, bookending this whole row. So it's like you are a fierce, pure person. It's like what's right is right. And if it's wrong, like you have no qualms to like just X someone out of your life. Your authenticity is so refreshing. Yes, authenticity came through twice here. And truth transcends illusion. Honesty is essential. Like, oh, how did I not get that with this card? But yeah, obviously, like, honesty is essential. You're very honest. You're authentic. But I really was getting that you respect the fact that sometimes other people, not even like fake, like people that are like manipulative or anything like that, but like the way people like lie to themselves, it's like you maybe see it, but you're wise enough not to say it. And you just kind of like allow them to kind of work through it on their own, and you just support them. You're very supportive. What else do Scorpio's peeps want them to know? I saw one flip. Where'd it go? Oh my God, where is it? I hate when that happens. Maybe it didn't really flip. All right, maybe it'll surprise me and come out later. Oh, there. You're so amazing, but so humble. Yeah, humble. That came through twice. There's a lot of like synchronicities in this reading. So, and then you're powerful, but you don't abuse it. Yeah, it's like, I've heard, do you ever watch Jess Puckett, the Chaos Witch, her channel? It's like she talks about like those warrior monks I've heard her talk about, where it's like you don't train someone to be a warrior until they're like a monk first and you know they can handle it. Like you're not somebody that's just gonna like go off on people, even though you are super powerful. We had power come through 3 times. But it's like you are powerful because you can handle it, because you have that old soul, that wise like monk soul, that sage kind of a soul, and you use your power for good and also to protect, I believe, others. I love how you take care of other people. Yeah. Yes. Like you demonstrate love to people on the regular. You really care about being there for people. Oh, we got 2. I love your style. You could have some cool style. Again, with that artistic, you could have like a cool, like bohemian kind of a style I'm getting. It doesn't have to be, but almost like a hippie kind of a look. But yeah, people like it. And then we got a few more. You're so innocent, but so sexy. Yeah, that purity. But obviously, like to the people, like we have the Ace of Acorns and the Knight of Acorns, like, and the Tower. That to me, it's like, you're hot. Like there's so much like fire coming through here, like that says you're fucking hot here. Like you could have a really nice body. Like you could, just if you have like a romantic partner, they could be like super into just the way you look. They find you extremely sexy. They think you're such a good kisser. And yeah, you're protective over other people. I love how you always stick up for others. And then on the back, you're such an interesting person. Yeah, you are. And I think you're like interesting because you're like mysterious. I don't think a lot of people really get to know you deep down. If you have a romantic partner, maybe they're like the only one or something like that. But it's like, I don't know, you're like pretty cool. Like you'll suffer in silence just to like kind of take care of other people. Although don't be afraid to like open up, because I'm sure like your friends that you're there for so much would love to be there for you too. But that's just a side little piece of advice. But I just really feel like you guys are such a nurturing, beautiful soul. You're very supportive and just such a source of comfort for the people in your life. I'm really feeling that coming through. And you're also super badass, powerful, and so humble. Like you probably sit there and don't even see this about yourself. So please know like how amazing you actually are, because the people in your life are definitely seeing it. So I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching. And please, if you wouldn't mind leaving me some love if you like this reading and it resonated with you, it helps my channel grow, which is what I want. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next reading, okay? Bye.